morning, class.
Good morning, Mrs. Jane.
Today we have a very special guest that will be speaking after my presentation. Come on. Sit right here. Okay, you okay? Hey, not on school campuses. Thank you. Okay. So class, today we will be doing a presentation on the psychedelic era, which is drugs in the 60s and 70s. Okay, first we're going to go over the lifestyle of how it was. So, the slogans were, I want to take you higher, better living through chemistry, and the drug capital is a street called Haight and Ashbury in San Francisco, California. And the drugs were mixed with alcohol to help get parties more moving at raves. And all the drugs were considered good except for heroin, which was considered evil. And it was portrayed as wonders of modern technology. So next we're going to talk about marijuana and its uses and incorporations. Musicians used it to feel inspired. It was a flower of the cannabis plant. You can smoke it, eat it, drink it, and vape it. I didn't know you could drink it, but apparently you can drink it. Results in state of euphoria, well-being, relaxation, increased appreciation of humor, and a decreased feeling of nausea. It lasts 2 to 6 hours, and it was very popular at musical festivals. And here's a picture of people in the 70s, I believe, on top of a van saying legalize marijuana. Next, we're going to talk about shrooms. Yes?
Like the ones in Mario Kart?
No, not the ones in Mario Kart, like the drugs. So they were a fungi that is non-toxic and non-addictive, and it lasts anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. It changes the audio, visual, and tactile senses that are apparent after an hour of ingestion. They used mushrooms to reform convinced criminals in the Harvard Psychlobin Project. Do not take before going to Disneyland. That was a comment from my mom. She put that on there. Okay, next slide. We're going to talk about LSD. Timothy Leary, professor at Harvard, got his PhD in psychology from the University of Cal Berkeley. He introduced it to the world after he tried it and promoted LSD. It is a grain fungus, and it has a flashback effect, and the fear of flashbacks caused the demise of LSD in the 70s. Later, a large number of LSD users were hospitalized because they went on like these insane trips. And so here is a visual representation of what one would see during an LSD trip. Final question. Drugs are
Good.
Bad.
So that is the presentation for today. Now we have a special guest speaker over here. I told you not in school.
All right, sweetheart, it's all good.
She's going to be talking to you today about the psychedelic era. She was alive during the 60s and 70s and did all of that fun stuff. So she's going to be telling her story. Take it away.
Thanks, Mary. Great job, sweetheart.
Love you, Mom.
Wait, your name is Mary Jane?
I love Mary Jane.
Hello, children. My name's Edith. I grew up as a smoker in the 70s. Basically, I got lung cancer when I was 45 and it burned a hole in my throat. I'm still addicted today because of my addiction. When I was 12 years old, I started smoking, doing LSD and going on trips and getting high. Don't do drugs, kids, because you'll end up like me. I'm still addicted and I can't live without it. Yes, sweetheart.
What's that hole in your throat?
Sweetheart, like I said, smoking and doing drugs and such eventually left me with this hole. It's from lung cancer, darling. Yes, sweetheart.
Where did you go on your trips?
Sweetheart, they're not trips, honey. It's when you take the drug and you get high, you hallucinate and you see things, honey. They're not actual trips, honey. But actually, the worst thing I ever remember about drugs is going to Disneyland and taking shrooms, and It's a Small World was terrifying, sweetheart.
All right, class, thank you so much. Edith, do you have any last words for the class? Mom, are you trying marijuana? Mom!
Sorry, I'm addicted.
Not at school!
addicted, okay. Last words, don't do drugs, kids, or you end up like me.
Can we get much higher?